You put me on coffee. Hey, it's good stuff. Seriously, it's good stuff. It tastes nice. It gives you a nice little boost, especially if you're feeling a little bit fatigued. Supplement magnesium if you consume a lot of coffee. Oh, trust me, I consume almost about 12 to 1300 milligrams of elemental magnesium, so I get plenty. So no milk in it? No, I don't drink milk actually. I just put some MCT oil, roughly about a tablespoon, because we know for a fact that if you want to put milk, it's better to actually put heavy whipping cream, like 35%. Putting milk, it's not ideal because there's a lot of sugars in it. صحتين. Thank you, Alba. So yeah, coffee, some MCT oil. That's the best way to get a good kick. Hey, Marek, how are you? But it's been a long day because heavy rain. We have frost in the mountains. Freaking cold. Plus 18 degrees yesterday. Today is like 9 degrees, and now it's dropped to like 5 degrees. And I've been outside, still shoveling the trench, as you guys can see. Almost done. Still got quite a bit of work to do. This is only 40 feet. We had 500 feet. I had to get an excavator to do it. But the 40 feet, I had to do it myself by hand, and it's been very tiring. My shoulders are starting to hurt. So it kind of got me exhausted today, which is all right. Hey, Regal, how are you? So long day, but we're getting there slowly. Hello, Maurice. Paul from Morgantown, West Virginia. Hey, Paul, how are you? Cheers. Grab a cup of coffee and sit down and let's chat. Coffee is good for you. Got some good polyphenols in it. And my greenhouse got blown away, so I had to kind of get it and pick it up and bring it back again. So it's been a rough day for a Friday. I was supposed to get all my installation today. I had to reschedule it just because of the heavy rain. They couldn't come up the hill. Hey, I just bought some vitamin D3 5,000 international units as well as vitamin K. Should I take them? Yeah, 100%. Start right away. Make sure you're taking them with food. What's up, brother? Thanks for all the information you give us. Cheers. Justin Jr. Have some coffee. Do you have a video how you make your coffee? I don't think I do. I should actually make one, eh? Show you guys how I make my coffee. I will do one actually. Yeah, why not? I meant to say, should I take them together with a high-fat meal or separately? You can take them together. Take them together. You need a high-fat meal for sure, but definitely take them together. Hey, Lexi, how are you? Yeah, I have to adjust the. I'm trying to get a perfect grind, and I think I made it too fine. I have to actually readjust it again. A little bit of a bitter taste. Yeah, black coffee. That's all I drink is black coffee. The only thing is sometimes I mix it up. I do mix it up with MCT oil. The only reason I put the MCT oil is just to kind of good for the brain enhancement, but as well, it's you end up utilizing the polyphenols in the coffee, where your body will actually adjust them correctly. Butter and MCT in coffee, yeah, 100%. They're both excellent. I can't have too much butter due to one of my genetic issue, but yeah, if you can have butter, that's like the ultimate flavor. Seriously, it gives it a nice flavor. I can have heavy whipping cream. I usually do like 35%, but there isn't any here in the town, the smallest town I'm in. Should coffee be organic? It should be, because it is another crop very similar to cayenne that is heavily sprayed. So ideally, having it organic, it does actually prevent you from, consuming any of the pesticide, herbicides, a whole bunch of stuff they spray, right? Butter and MCT and coffee, and I tried mixing ghee with it. Ghee gives it a nice, like almost like a nutty flavor, which is really good. The whole idea with the fats is the flavor, but the whole idea with the fats actually allows you to absorb more polyphenols, which is great. Sorry if you said it. I didn't hear your dose of 1000 IU per 25 pound of body weight. Taurine 3000 milligrams 3 times a day, empty stomach. You can't have butter, organic grass fed. Yeah, I can't. Due to my specific lipid issue, I have a specific genetic that I'm unable to break down fats fully. I can have butter, but I can't have no more than a 1/4 teaspoon. That's about it. I took niacin on empty stomach. Body did I flush? My whole body turned red, but I love the flush. Cheers to that. I just took some right now. I don't know if it's gonna cause a flush or not. I have allergies. Dandelion. What should I use? You have allergies to dandelion? It's not your allergies to dandelion. It's some of the foods you're consuming that possibly could contain citric acid, and the mold in citric acid makes you become allergic to flowers. Taking sample of genetic synapse test this weekend. Does it need to be in a fasted state? No, it doesn't, because all they do is swab, Robert. And after that, once you get it, I don't know which one you're getting done. If you're getting the 23andMe or the Heritage one, I can do a full report, a 12-page report on it if you want. Doesn't the fat makes the water and coffee hard to have? Does MCT not have that effect? No. Well, actually, the polyphenols and the fats will actually combine together for better absorption. Heritage. Okay. Once you get the Heritage, if you want, I do like a full 12-page report on so many different categories, from cholesterol to fitness to everything. It takes me about 6 hours. If you want, if you're interested, I can do that for you. I do usually charge for it like $100, but it gives you like a full information, and I give you the full supplementation, what to use. Damn copy is too small. Yeah, once you get it, Robert, within a few weeks. I did 2 last week. Let me know. What should I do to reverse endothelial dysfunction? That's a good question. I think it's better if you book an appointment with me, Lisa, and we can go over some details, because every person gets affected differently based on some of the genes, based on some of the lipoprotein profile, based on the oxidization. There's a lot of different functions based on your lifestyle as well, too. If I go carnivore, how do I make sure that potassium and magnesium levels stay up? You will still need to consume magnesium. Keep in mind, when you are carnivorous, you tend to eat a lot more protein. When you eat a lot of protein, you will actually overuse your magnesium levels. So you do need to kind of consume magnesium. Potassium shouldn't be an issue. Have to blend in blender? Yes, I do blend it in a blender. Yes, the MCT oil or the butter, just so you can actually allow the molecules to kind of attach together. If you don't, it's just gonna hover on the top. You're gonna end up consuming the MCT or the butter from the first couple sips, and after that, it's just gonna be black coffee. But yeah, you will still have to kind of do the. Sorry, I gotta wipe the camera full of water because we're outside earlier. I do a 5K about 3 or 4 times a week. I eat a paleo diet. Can you recommend any pre-workout? Yeah, like a pre-workout, espresso shot with MCT oil, 5 grams of creatine. That would be like your best drink and your safest. Please, can you tell something for chronic constipation, digestive enzymes? The question is, your constipation is happening because of the food you're consuming, but 99% of the time, digestive enzymes will actually help with the process. So I got requested to teach you guys how I make my coffee. I will definitely do a video on that. We'll see how that goes, and I'll see if I can post it up, but not today. Today I've already had 3 cups of coffee. I'm already exhausted. It's been a long day. Robert, cheers. Thanks so much for the gift. Are fiber supplements worth taking. They're a waste of money. The only thing is, if you want to take for a fiber, would be like a chicory root or acacia root. That would be it. And all you need is about 1/4 teaspoon with your meal. That's it. You don't need too much of it because you don't want it to ferment and your gut is going to end up causing gases. But if you eat plenty of apples and berries, you get plenty enough of fiber. And trust me, you don't need fiber to actually go to the bathroom at all. If I take my creatine in the morning with MCT oil, does it break a fast? No, it doesn't. What breaks a fast is anything that would contain sugars, most 5 grams or higher, or possibly protein 5 grams or higher. The problem is with fast, it won't break the fast won't break your fasting because it does not get utilized right away. It takes a few hours in the gut before it gets utilized. So that's why you're not going to break your fast till at least probably 5-6 hours after you're fully awake. So it should be fine. It should be fine. You can take any supplementation. It's not going to affect it. What causes a B1 deficiency? What are the symptoms? Anything is stimulant will cause a vitamin B1 deficiency. Coffee, green tea, any type of teas, milk, alcohol drinks, anything like that will actually cause a vitamin B1 deficiency. Thoughts on creatine supplements? Creatine supplements should be utilized, especially if you have a weak mitochondria. I would highly recommend it. And if you have a weak mitochondria, one of the best forms is creatine and D-ribose as a stack. Stevia does break the fast, yeah, because every gram of stevia will give you about 3 to 4 calories. So I would stay away from stevia. And if you want to use anything else, use monk fruit instead. Please, when you are running a video on POTS treatment, please, I will do one. Definitely, I can do one. Just maybe send me a message as a reminder, and I create a video on that for you. No worries. Do that, friend fold on, bro. Do that, friend fold. I don't know what you mean. Kidney disease recommendations, start taking some NMN. I have the link in my profile bio. Comes from Australia. Really clean product, and actually we've seen like really good effect from moving from stage 3B to stage 2 using it. I have two patients on them. One of them has been showing a lot of positive effect from it. Test blood glucose before and after to detect insulin response, 100%. Oh, Duke is knocking on the door. Let's open the door for him. He's been sitting in a tiny house. It's been cooling down. Come on in, boy. Yeah. Oh, we got company. We got company. Who's this guy? Duke. What were you doing outside sitting? I saw you sleeping. Any advice on nervousness? Any supplements to calm my mind? Yeah, take L-theanine. L-theanine, 200 to 400 milligrams, empty stomach, no side effect on it. It is an amino acid that is actually rich in green tea, but we don't get enough of it. Take that, you're gonna notice a difference ASAP. It's gonna shut off your brain, and it's gonna actually calm your hippocampus, and you're gonna actually feel great. The same way you're gonna actually retain more memory, and you're gonna actually be able to utilize your brain a lot better. So it's gonna shut off the brain where you feel, at ease. So you're not gonna have the monkey brain going like 100 miles an hour. So can we talk about fiber? I was gonna talk today about carnivorous, but we can actually include fiber. GABA, yeah, 100%. GABA is good. You take magnesium glycinate, is gonna actually convert to GABA as well. GABA is excellent. If you don't want to take L-theanine, sometimes it's good to always take precursors and let the body convert. But GABA works good. Duke, leave it. Leave it, please. Leave it. Don't touch the stuff. I have to wipe them. No. It's okay. It's okay. Leave it. I have to wipe them, I said. Any recommendations for appetite suppressants for losing weight? Increase your fats. Increase your animal fats in your diet. Seriously. So if you're having a meal, always have an extra egg or two. Eggs are rich in saturated fats. Saturated fats will keep you guys satiated. That's what we use in carnivorous diet, for example. Add a piece of cheese, like a brie, at least 55% fat. Add some butter. So anything you consume just by adding at least a tablespoon of saturated fats, you're gonna feel satiated, and it's gonna actually suppress your appetite. You're not gonna have that craving anymore because there's no more. You're suppressing the insulin from spiking, and when you actually suppress the insulin from spiking, you're not gonna actually have a craving anymore, which is perfect. So that's how some of us can actually last on one meal a day. Sometimes we need 2 meals a day. Greeting from Poland, cheers. Greeting from Canada, the cold weather, and I've been, that trench is killing me. I need some help, guys. I've been filling it up for the past 2 days. It's killing me. All the way from the sea can all the way down to the trailer to get my power going. And my shoulder are hurting now. Because I couldn't get the excavator anymore to do the rest of the work because they had another job to do. So I thought I'll do it by hand. That's a big mistake. I was gonna do 500 feet by hand. That would have probably taken me the whole summer to finish it. I started taking TMG. Positive vibes to all from BC, Canada. I don't know what you're talking about, Toronto? I started taking TMG as well as nitric oxide, and my blood pressure has been well maintained. Awesome. Keep at it, Dave. Yeah, nitric oxide is going to help. TMG is going to help. These are like two main factors to actually help with the blood pressure. Easier said than done. No, I do it all the time. Like if you have certain things you're not able to do it, add cheeses. Do you like cheeses, like imported cheese? So let's say you have your first meal. Give me an example of your first meal. I can tell you how you can actually make it so it lasts you longer. I appreciate all the information has really helped. That's good, Dave. I'm glad everything is working. Keep me updated as well too. You know, any changes, any slight effects or something you're not sure of, you know, feel free to send a message anytime. We'll be more than happy to respond. Richard is online from Toronto. You are a wealth of knowledge. Cheers. I hope you're doing good. I hope it's raining in Toronto. All we've been getting is heavy rain today, heavy rain. So it just stopped in the past like half hour. Everything is wet. And Duke was outside playing and the water is all wet. He's sitting on the bed now. He was outside having too much fun. So yeah, I wanted to actually, I had a lot of requests about talking about, you know, carnivore diet. So if you guys are interested, we can definitely go into that a little bit more in detail. Do the coffee with butter and MCT first meal. So you do coffee and butter and MCT first meal. I would add like at least half a teaspoon of MCT oil. Make it that you're getting enough fats. So do the coffee with butter and MCT first meal. Perfect. So that doesn't count as a meal. That's still gonna be like your fasted state. What would be your first meal like? Hi from Scotland. It is very kind of you to be sharing all your advice and knowledge. Be more. Thanks so much for the comment. I really appreciate that. Grief and loss. Would carnivore lower kidney function? Would carnivore lower kidney function? No. If it's gonna lower kidney function, I would have lowered mine 10 years ago. I've been at it for 10 years. And my kidney function still is in the upper 97. What kind of MCT oil? Anything specific? Well, when you look MCT oil, there's technically it should be caprylic acid 8 and caprylic acid 10. If you go directly with caprylic acid 8, it's a little bit more expensive, but it bypasses the digestion. So caprylic acid 8 would be ideal, but if you cannot afford it, just go with caprylic acid 8 and 10. So you're always going to have roughly about 90% C8 and probably 10% C10, which is not a big deal. It's still pretty good. Mostly carnivore, but cravings later in day and early evening. So the only reason there's cravings is you're not getting enough electrolytes in your diet. And keep in mind, being on a carnivorous diet, we tend to utilize magnesium lots. So you're probably losing a lot of magnesium and you're not getting enough. So I don't know if you're taking any magnesium supplement or not. And if you're gonna tell me I'm taking a magnesium supplement once a day, you're wasting your money. Magnesium has to be consumed every 4 hours due to its half-life. What do you think about the hype of NAC? NAC is well known. I've been using NAC for probably more than 10-15 years for emergency purposes. It depends what the hype is all about. There's always going to be it's funny, every month or so, every 2 months, you're always going to hear something about a specific supplement having a massive hype. NAC and acetyl-L-cysteine is good to use as an emergency supplement. It is an amino acid. So anytime you have a mucus, anytime you have a flu, or you're catching a virus, or you go to like a party and you notice somebody's sick and you might be catching something, you're going to be taking not 1,000 milligrams a day. 1,000 milligrams a day is bullshit. It's not going to do anything for you. You do for at least like a 3-day cycle. Hey, Marie, you do a 3-day cycle. You go 1,200 milligrams every 3 hours for 3 days. After 3 days, you stop and you kind of see how your body feels. If your body feels fine, perfect, you stop taking it. If you don't, then you can actually go back onto it. But it does actually detoxify the body from heavy metals as well. And if you have enough glycine in your body, or alpha-lipoic acid, it will actually convert to glutathione in your liver, which is the mother of antioxidants, for example. But NAC is always good to have as an emergency purposes, and it has to be consumed and used correctly. Doing magnesium and IMNT electrolyte salt. Vira Trading Co. for MCT seems like a good company. I think I've tried them. Magnesium, make sure you're taking magnesium at least every 4 hours. If you're not, minimum 200 milligrams per dose. If you're not, you're always going to be deficient. Do trace minerals have to go in your water, or can I take from a spoon? Didn't like it in the water. I usually put it from the spoon into my mouth, and I actually drink water right after. Or I put it under my tongue for about like 10-20 seconds, and I actually drink water after. Sounds like only for emergency. Thank you so much. You can actually use it daily if you want to actually detoxify your body, but there's no point. If you want to use something for detoxification, for example, use taurine. It's a lot better for that. And I would only use NAC for emergency purposes. It doesn't hurt to use it daily, but there's no point if you're not going to activate the correct antioxidant. There's no point of using it daily. So I have NAC myself. I've had it for about 6 months. I only use it if I notice that I'm actually going to get like an ear infection, a dry throat, something does not sit right in my system. I will actually start taking it ASAP. I do 10 drops milligrams in water twice a day. Which one do you have? Do you have the by Trace Minerals, or do you have the one from Aussie Trace Minerals, the one I talk about? Because 10 drops is not enough. I take 40 drops per cup, 3 times to 4 times a day. Taurine for detoxification or zeolite differences. Taurine is an antiplatelet, is heavily found in your chest, eyes, and brain. And due to our environment, we tend to utilize taurine like crazy as an amino acid. So taurine becomes deficient in the body. Zeolite does not. So taurine, once taurine levels is dropped, you can actually experience a heart attack or a collapse in your lungs. So taurine is ideal to have. It depends on the environment you live in. But zeolite, on the other hand, is good to actually capture like inorganic materials from your system, especially like aluminum, heavy metal toxics, a whole bunch of stuff. So you can use taurine daily, and I would use zeolite like maybe a cycle, every on and off. Oh, you have the Aussie. So 20 drops of the Aussie Trace Minerals will actually give you roughly about 102 milligrams of magnesium. Once you kind of get used to it for about 10 days, then you're going to actually increase to 40 drops per cup of water every 4 hours. If you do experience soft stool effect, then reduce the amount. How to get rid of thyroid nodules and endometrial hyperplasia. Send me a message, Carol. I'll send you some information in regards to that, because I don't want to go into so much details in regards to everything specific. And I can see if I can send you some information in regards to that. My shoulders are killing me. I haven't worked out since yesterday. Well, my workout been freaking shoveling the damn thing. Is like freaking rocky everywhere. I have to finish it before Tuesday, because the truck's coming to actually drop off my insulation, my wood, so I can finish all that stuff as well. But it's been tiring. It's like, once you dig out, I still have like so much dirt left because it's not compressed, right? And it's gonna take probably a while to compress. And I'm not really worried about being compressed because that whole section there behind me, I'm gonna actually build like a big deck. So this way I don't have to keep stepping on the damn ground and get muddy. Maurice, ubiquinol, any side effects? None. Seen a lot of people online say no side effect. I take life extension capsule ones, liquid capsule inside. You need at least 300 milligrams of ubiquinol coenzyme Q10 or else you're wasting your money, Ben. If you're taking like 100 milligrams, don't bother. Seriously, it's just, it is a very expensive product and has to be consumed properly. Please send me a liver cleanse, my friend. I love you, Diane. Diana, I have, if you go to my website, I am giving the liver detoxification cleanse for free. It's a small ebook. So go to my website right now and actually you can download it ASAP. Because I started this month giving that free ebook. So every month I'll probably pick like one of the ebooks I wrote and I'll give them to you guys for free. So this month is gonna be the liver cleanse. Next month I'm trying to finish the book that I promised, which is called Elimination Diet. I'm trying to finish that one, but I have a few podcasts coming up and a few things people wanna interview me and stuff. So definitely it's getting quite busy, which is nice. Do I take 300 and 100 milligram doses at a time? I take ACE inhibitor too. I would take first meal 200 milligrams, last meal 100 milligrams, or vice versa. It depends whether you have issue with coagulations. And Ben, we need to get you off these ACE inhibitors because they're gonna end up causing, shrinkage of the brain down the road. So slowly we have to kind of get you off of them. Awesome, you're great. And endometrial hyperalexia. Like I said, Carol, reach out to me. I'll definitely give you some information on regards to that. But Ben, these damn ACE inhibitors, we have to get you off of them. I hope you haven't been on them for a very long time because they do cause issue with the brain, especially with the cognition and the mood and the calculations and all that stuff. So definitely we need to kind of reduce that ACE inhibitors and actually probably get you to wean off very slowly. We can't get off of them very fast because they can cause a spike in homocysteine and it can cause a stroke. So we can wean off by making sure a lot of these levels are actually checked correctly. And that's why I'm here, guys. I'm going to help you with all that stuff. Do they cause bad mood swings? Oh yeah, bad mood swings, cognitive decline, shrinkage of brain. Sometimes we end up seeing irregular heartbeat because they throw off the balance of your calcium to magnesium. They cause erectile dysfunction. There's a lot of issues happen with them. And sometimes they actually lower your blood pressure so much. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But they do it that you feel so mellow and so tired. And as well, Nadia, we're going to start working on that once we actually stable some of your magnesium. Highly recommend Maurice. He is helping me. Best move I made. Thanks, Marie, for the great comment. Guys, you guys should definitely book a consultation with me. I'll do my best to help you and to actually make sure you're actually healed correctly. That's how I get my positive energy. If I know you guys are doing good, I'm gonna be good. If you guys are not doing good, I'm gonna be doing bad. So that's why you guys see me in a good mood all the time because I'm constantly doing good stuff for you guys. Eric, how's it going? Eric, I need your help. Come and dig this with me. I'm almost there, halfway, I think. It's killing me. My shoulders are like tense. B12, P5P, and methylfolate before come off. Yes, I have normal blood pressure at all times and resting heart rate under 60. I have cardiology appointment in 3 months after 3 years, so hopefully come off. When put on ACE inhibitor, I drank alcohol regularly, but no longer for you. That's awesome, Ben. That's great that you're not drinking alcohol. You're doing a great job. Your numbers looks amazing. Make sure your B12 is in a methylated methylcobalamin, P5P, and methylfolate. Perfect. But that's one factor. Right now, what you're trying to aim at is your homocysteine. Homocysteine is only 33% of the population that are actually conflicted with that. The rest is your magnesium. So sometimes if the doctor won't get you off because it's still a slight issue, it's because your lack of magnesium. It's not so much your homocysteine. Keep that in mind, but we can actually work on that. But I still have dilated myopathy from birth. We can actually expand that with D-ribose, creatine, and ubiquinol, which is already starting ubiquinol, which is excellent. What is magnesium potassium aspartates? Just a different form of magnesium to actually get absorbed better in the system. But I have to look at the aspartate exactly. So what they're using, aspartame? That's interesting. So potassium, magnesium, aspartame for better absorption doesn't make sense. I have to check it, Eric. Are your thoughts on Repatha for high cholesterol and triglyceride? I think it's just another bullshit pharmaceutical that they want to actually stab you in the thighs once a month, Cheryl. There's a lot of other alternatives. You know, your cholesterol being high, or whether you have, let's say, hypercholesterolemia, the question is your cholesterol being oxidized? If your cholesterol is not being oxidized, what's the point of going on Repatha? Is D3K2 good? Yeah, make sure you're taking at least a good 1,000 IU of vitamin D3 per 25 pound of body weight. Minimum K2 about 300 micrograms. I also have ionic chloride daily, but Maurice, how much do you weigh currently? Do you do weights? And I am gonna start training off grid here a lot more. Right now, my weight is roughly about 150. I'd like to kind of go back to my ideal weight, which was 170. I lost a lot of weight last year because I was not working out and I was trying to finish my tiny house. But I'll start doing some weight training here very soon, and hopefully we can get you guys into it. Is there a cure for eczema? Eczema starts in the gut. It's your biggest organ that is being conflicted. Is because you're not digesting food correctly. Says a house motor function too. Okay. Yeah, look, I have to check it to see. Aspartate. I gotta see the mix, why they actually put that. But there's a lot of other things to actually help with my, with mitochondria. Well, we know magnesium on its own. The elemental magnesium helps with mitochondria. You have creatine, D-ribose, leucine. These would be like your ultimate supplementation. So sometimes spending the money to get magnesium aspartate doesn't really make sense if it only changes like small, very small percentage. Do you do blood work analysis? I do, yes. I can read them all. And I can read your genetic synapse as well too. Maurice as well, magnesium saturation and coenzyme Q10 and potential high homocysteine. Is anything else I look out for? Yeah, your kidney filtration, make sure it's in the above 90s. What are the best oils for high heat cooking? Animal fats, suet, duck fat, beef tallow, coconut oil. These would be like your ultimate ones for cooking. That's about it. What are the best oil? Yeah, we've answered that. So yeah, that would be the best thing. Avocado, no. Avocado now, because there have been such a high demand on avocado, and avocado now is actually being mixed with vegetable oils and other seed oils. So it's bullshit. Avocado is bullshit, and it's very high polyunsaturated fats. So you're buying oxidization in a bottle of Richard, especially if it's coming from Costco. 3 companies produce the avocados. None of them want to give me the certificate of analysis. So what the hell are they hiding? Would love to lose 30 pounds. You can definitely accomplish that. We just have to adjust your intake of food. And have we talked at all? Have we had a consultation yet? What about a good source? There's no good source of avocado. Stay away from avocado oil, guys. Seriously, stay away from avocado oils. Stick with coconut oil if you want to cook with. And maybe use, olive oil for dressing. That's about it. What natural remedy or oil for hyperpigmentation? L-tyrosine. Maurice, ACE inhibitors depleted magnesium so badly gives Artemis unless have magnesium daily. Soon as don't have it, get arthritis. So what you have to do to actually enhance the magnesium in your body, you have to consume apple cider vinegar of at least a teaspoon after every single meal. That's a must. So you can actually increase the acidity, but as well increase the pH in your small intestine. And you have to take taurine. Taurine, what happens is it knocks on the cells and it allows the magnesium to actually get access inside the cells. So these two are very, very crucial to actually be consumed whenever you're taking magnesium. Don't cook with olive oil. No, never cook it with olive oil. It's already you're gonna oxidize it. It's very, very heat and light sensitive. No, I got it, Ben. I got it. But yeah, should see. This is what I would do to actually fix it. Magnesium, 200 milligrams per dose with 3,000 milligrams of taurine. Not Bragg's. Bragg's is owned by our little friend, Mr. MS. What helps anxiety attacks and heart racing before an interview? L-theanine and L-tyrosine. Olive oil, mild oil to cook with. I would never use olive oil to actually cook with anything. I take minimum 3 grams of taurine daily too, as well as magnesium, coenzyme Q10 for dilated myopathy. You need 3,000 milligrams of taurine 3 times a day for the first 90 days so you can saturate. Then you can go on a maintenance of 3,000 milligrams. So you need 9,000 milligrams a day first. Seriously, I took anywhere between 10 to 30,000 milligrams daily for my saturation because I like to saturate fast. I don't like to kind of play around and go on a maintenance level. What's up with Brags? You just bought 2 yesterday. I would actually go return them, Gina. Probably, I'll bet you they're like a good GMO apples. Microsoft owns Brags now. Is chronic pancreatitis reversible? My doctor said that I'm gonna stay along that forever. The problem is with the pancreas, you overstimulated it so much that probably is being enlarged. So you can actually stop the progression by taking digestive enzymes. There's a possibility you can reverse it if you take peptides, possibly. I'm saying possibly. There's no side effect of taurine. I've taken 100 grams for 3 months, no side effect at all. And I've taken 60 grams of creatine, no side effects at all. What about eczema patches and scalps and neck? Doctor says it's nerve endings that come out as patches. Eczema. So look, think of your skin as your biggest organ, right? So what kind of throwing off, let's say, your biggest organ, which is your skin? It's your digestion. So you are either eating to feed a disease or you're actually eating to heal one. So whatever you're consuming, you're conflicting with your skin. And 99% of the time is the ingredients inside the food that you're consuming, because you're not probably consuming like a single ingredient food anymore. You said L-theanine, L-tyrosine for anxiety attacks and heart racing? Yes, 100%. Will I have any side effects? 300 milligrams ubiquinol with AC inhibitor. I currently only have 100 daily. You have to be at least 4 hours apart from it. Recommended taurine company. I've been using I have a local company that I use for taurine, but I've been ordering from iHerb. I did put it on my website from Allmax. I use Allmax because they gave me their certificate of analysis and it's pure taurine. So I have it on the website for the one I've been using. So you can definitely check it out. How much niacin do you take a day? 1,500. I take like almost 200 milligrams per dose, sometimes 300 milligrams per dose. I don't take that much at a time. I used to take 500. I take like smaller dosage multiple times throughout the day. I like to feel the flush every single time. I just took some right now. Didn't feel nothing. I was kind of surprised. But this morning, as soon as I wake up, I take some as well. Hi Maurice, not for me, but my partner. What's the best way to lower lipo-A? To lower lipo-A is niacin. And I wish I would have read your message proper. Niacin, but what you have to do is you cannot take niacin. You have to take niacin technically under 500 milligrams every 4 hours. That would be the best way to lower your lipo-A. But keep in mind, lipo-A will take roughly, because it is generic, it can take up to like 3 to 5 years to lower it. And I hope they don't have issues with gout, because if they do, then niacin would be out of the picture. Then we'll have to actually, we can't really cure LP small a. Then we'll have to get a test and check their LP PLA2. And the only way we can control that is with polyphenols of 2,000 milligrams daily, minimum. So another polyphenol will be great is make sure they are mixed with like MCT oil, for example, or olive oil, something to actually for better absorption. Yeah, the form of taurine has to be pure powder. What causes me having zero absolute 4 months? Thanks, Maurice. Send me a message. I'm gonna send you some information in regards to that. And to lower your, I'm getting a lot of questions. And to lower your triglycerides, download my ebook on how to actually control your triglyceride and cholesterol levels. But your diet plays a huge role in this. Do you recommend carnivore diet for 2 months or intermittent fasting? I would recommend both. Super helpful, Maurice. You're the best. It's definitely genetic, no gout at all. Yeah, then start. Niacin would be like your first ultimate key to actually lower LPA. Now, I know if you take lysine and proline, but you gotta take about 5,000 milligrams of each, it becomes a little bit of a pain to take that much. So niacin has been proven to show some really good effect, and I've been on it because I have the same lipo-A genetic, and mine went up, was at 500, now it's in the low 40s. So that's why I take niacin in small doses every couple hours, because half-life is only about 3.5 hours for niacin. Hey, Kathy, how are you? I hope you're doing good. Been a while. And I hope you're feeling well. My LP is 32. Is that bad? I think it has to be below 30, Nadia. So niacin will help you with that. Is niacin in tablet form not so good? No, I would never take it in tablet form. It's too hard on the gut, and you're probably going to lose 50-60% of it by the time it breaks down. It's better to get it in powder form. And a pure niacin, nothing mixed with it, like no freaking rice or vegetable capsules or any of that stuff. If you can get it in like pure powder, would be the best thing. 3 to 5 years to get it done. Damn impressive, you did it. Yeah, it takes a long time. And keep in mind, I was only taking like 500 milligrams twice a day, then 500 milligrams 3 times a day, and I was not budging a whole lot. It was only budging very, very small amount, and I did found out some articles, people are using in the upper 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams of niacin to reduce lipoprotein, but it's still taking 3 years to lower it. So when I did a test of taking like 200, 300 milligrams every couple of hours, that actually changed instantly, which is really good. Her lipo-B is 70. Is that not that bad? The lipo-B, so the ApoB, you cannot just get it by itself. You have to get your ApoB and your ApoA1 and do the ratio. And the ratio, I believe it has to be below 0.7 or 0.8. Oh. Slippery arm, good for digestion. It's not bad, actually. It's like activates your digestive juices. Oh, 70. So 70 is very good, actually. So just to lower it below 30, that could be done very easily. It could probably take her maybe a year to lower it. Like mine was pretty high up, so 70 is really good. Yeah, you can be able to probably get it done within maybe 6 months to a year. Yeah, that's not bad, actually, 70. So I would keep an eye on that. Once this is gone down, I would actually keep an eye on the LPPLA2, MPO, just to make sure there's no soft plaque already starting or any other. Any tips for the niacin if she can't stand that flush? Now, if you take vitamin C with it, it does reduce the flush. If you take it with food, it does reduce the flush. And if you take either, like, say, cod liver oil or any type of omega-3s, it does reduce the flush. But no matter what, in the beginning stage, you're always going to get a slight flush, even with any type of food, because it's something new to the body. Then after that, it's just going to dissipate. Like, she's not going to feel it anymore. It's just in the beginning stages. And once the body kind of get used to it, then that's it. She's not going to get any more flushes, which is awesome. But the flush is just going to open up the capillaries and get the hot, flush effect. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Some people can probably stand it, but that's okay. Which company for niacin, please? I've been using the niacin from iHerb, but recently I've been testing the one I've been testing. Actually, I got it in bulk. I'm not gonna tell you guys how good is it yet, because I'm still testing it. It's pure, but I'm still testing it. And so far, I've ordered twice from these guys. And every time I order it, is like the form of the powder is like different. Some are like clumped up, and some are like nice and fine. So I don't know if they're actually not being consistent or something is going on. Her dad had quad bypass, so she went to take care of it now. Oh, 100%. This is the best time to look after it. Best time to look after it is now, not later. Niacin turns you into Hellboy. Oh, 100%. You turn red. It's pretty amazing. You feel great, especially if you're actually before you work out or before you do sauna, for example. You take a little bit of niacin. It's pretty amazing. I like it. I'm actually gonna take some right now again because I took some with my coffee. Like, when did we start this chat? 45 minutes ago. Didn't feel it. I'm gonna take a little bit now and go outside with Duke because Duke gets hungry at 4 o'clock. There's Duke. Can you guys see him? Duke, where are you? Can you take a blood thinner with niacin? Cheers. Thanks so much for the beer. Can you take blood thinners? What kind of blood thinners do you have in mind? Keep in mind, niacin is just a food item, not like a chemical or something that you have to worry about. Duke, where are you? What are you doing? Guys, here's my battery. If anybody wants to buy it, would be great because I'm not going to use it anymore. I'm trying to sell it. It's brand new. It's only like 3 months old. I've only used it for a month. Freaking damn thing is expensive. I should have just put the money to get my power because I would actually charge it like every 5 days. But every time I was using my coffee machine that I got, it drains out within like 2 days. I have to charge it up. Would love to sell it. Hopefully I can find somebody here locally can buy it. And I got my gas here. I have to go change the propane tank because I can't believe I actually had it on for 3 hours today because it was like 5 degrees. 5 degrees in the month of May, and we actually have frost on the mountain. It's insane. Right, Duke? Right? Come here. Come up here. Should she be taking vitamin C regularly as well, liposomal? I would take liposomal if anything, yes, at least 1,000 milligrams to prevent your glycocalyx from being damaged. And the only way you can actually prevent that from being damaged is having like a good antioxidant such as vitamin C. So I would highly recommend that for sure if you want to protect it. Duke wants a bone. I gave him one this morning. He went and had it. I love looking at beautiful faces. Cheers. So let's go outside. It's freaking cold. I don't have my jacket on. It's like winter all over again. 90 degrees in Miami. 90 degrees in Miami and we're freaking 5 degrees in Canada. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Like, look at this. It's freaking cold. Duke wants a bone. Do you recommend the top 5 vitamin supplements in order? Can you recommend? Yeah, give me a sec. Let me just show you guys where we're at. So I don't know if you guys can see the frost on top of the mountain. It's crazy. It was like halfway through. Now it's just on the top. 12 degrees in Sydney, 20 in Toronto. It's always nice in Toronto this year. What the hell? It'll be like snowing here and Toronto would be like perfect weather. It's insane. It's insane. 100 out here in Arizona. Nice. I'll switch you. I'll give you the 5 degree we have. Like, look at our weather. It's freaking cloudy. It's gonna be like this for the whole week. Look at these mountains are like full of snow, frost. I gotta get my wood stove going so I can sit beside it. How's your Karen neighbor? She has her. The nice thing is we had like a nice little wind yesterday, and my Karen neighbor, her signs. She has like 3 signs. They all flew off. So now you know what's gonna happen? She's gonna freaking think that I walked there and I actually pulled them off. Trust me, she's gonna think that, and she's gonna come tomorrow, and she's gonna start freaking out on me. Why did I remove her signs? And I'm gonna actually videotape the whole thing if it does happen. Seriously. It's not 20 in Toronto. It's only 7. Is he just teasing me, Richard? It's only 7 in Toronto. 76 in Michigan. You should. Good luck. Good. Look at them up. Oh no, offer her some meat when she come by. I think so. Maybe I'll give her some coffee with some MCT oil. Maybe I'll activate her brain and maybe start functioning a little bit better. Who knows? Maybe get some oxygen flow to the hippocampus, and therefore she can actually start thinking outside the box a bit. Let Duke talk to her. Oh, trust me, Duke doesn't like her. When she actually, her head pops out, he'll keep barking on her non-stop till she leaves. Help, what can we take for insulin resistant? You can start with berberine. It is going to help, but it is going to take about 45 days before berberine start to actually get a better effect, because it takes that long to actually work in the body. So in the meantime, Kolya, you can start adjusting your lifestyle. Your lifestyle plays the big picture in the insulin resistant. It's all about the sugars and the resistant starches and the grains and the seed oils. All these things play a huge factor in insulin resistant. Sometimes we tend to consume way too much sugars and we never really utilize them. Oh, Duke wants to play. He's waiting for me. And we never really utilize them correctly. Duke, let me change my shoes and put a jacket on. It's cold. And I'll come and play with you. But go find the ball first. You have it in the ground somewhere. Seriously. Duke, here with me. Come. Okay, I'll see you later. I'm gonna go change. I'll be back. You wait for me. Now he comes. Let's see how long it'll take him to get here. Oh, there we go. Lagging. What's your opinion on NAC or coenzyme Q10? Worth the money? NAC is actually good for if you have a mucus, if you have issues with your lungs, if you're starting to kind of feel a little bit sick, if you want to do detoxification, you can actually use it. It is a good supplement to actually have it as an emergency. Oh, did we lose connection, guys, or something? Can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me good. Duke, let me get my shoes. I'll be back. Can you guys hear me? Yeah? Okay, perfect. So NAC, and if you want to use it, you have to use it like properly. You got to take about 1200 milligrams of NAC for it to work good. If you don't do that, you're just going to waste your money. We can hear perfect. Let me get my shirt on and Dude, give me a sec. And change my shoes because it's a little bit chilly outside. It's like I was gonna put all the winter stuff away in the storage because I'm actually building a shelf unit inside the sea can. I'm gonna put one section where I put all my clothes in it, and the other section is gonna have a freezer and my washing machine, because I put the electrical box inside there in the sea can. And I'm gonna have another section where I can have my fermented cucumbers and stuff if they end up growing, but it got so cold I think most of them are dying now, which just kind of sucks. You take 1200 milligrams every 3 hours for about 3 days, and that's what you have to do. I can't believe we're gonna be wearing a toque to go outside and play because it is a little bit chilly. And my shoes are wet already from this morning. Help, what can we take for insulin resistant? Didn't you hear my message earlier? Kolya, maybe Michael, maybe book a time with me and I can actually teach you how you can actually fix your insulin resistant, because insulin resistant is your lifestyle. It's the food you're eating. You have to adjust your food correctly. If you don't adjust your food correctly, then it's not good. You take the NAC. Oh, I froze. You take the NAC every 4 hours, 1200 milligrams. Did the electrical work go more? Yeah, we got it done. I thought you're gonna come and help me, Jimmy. I've been digging for 6 hours this morning, trying to cover one of the trench from the sea can to the trailer. I'm freaking exhausted, and it's been raining, and it's actually cold. We're back in winter time, putting the toque on. And I'm gonna put my shoes on so I can go play with Duke. I would if I lived closer. I know you would have. How do you get the ebooks to read? If you click on my profile bio on TikTok, you're gonna see my website there. And on the website, if you click on it, you're gonna see all my ebooks. Hey Sarah, how are you? Good morning. We're back in winter season here in Canada. Just gotta put my shoes on so I can go outside, play with Duke. We made a mess. I'm coming, Duke. Link of books in the bio. I'm coming, bud. He's knocking on the door. Hey, Maurice, thank you for all your valuable information. Hey, thanks so much for the comment. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Let's go outside and see what Duke wants. Okay, come here. I'll play with you. I'll play for half hour with everyone while we're talking. Then we can go eat. Currently 17 in North New York, Toronto. Thanks. Oh, there we go. Nice. Let me close the screen door here. Okay, let's go get the ball. What kind of water is best to drink? Spring water. If you can get your hands on good spring water, that would be the ideal thing. If you can't, then filter your water and add some good quality trace minerals to it. So this way, you're actually hydrating correctly. The whole idea is about when you drink your water, it has to be hydrated. You have to actually hydrate your body. If you're not hydrating your body, you're gonna continue drinking water and you're gonna overstimulate your kidneys. How many meals a day do you eat? 1, sometimes 2. Did you guys see my first meal today that I ate? It was super delicious. I had 3 eggs and I had a pound of yak meat. That was my first meal today. I am gonna have a second meal. It's gonna be probably the same because I haven't gone out to get anything yet. Wait, Duke. Let me open the gate if you wanna go play outside. Wait. Never waits. I sent you an email. If you can please take a look when you get a chance. I will, 100%. Do you have a way to dodge the high ferritin levels from eating carnivore? Magnesium works good in lowering iron. Donating blood as well helps. But usually, even thought, like I've been on carnivore for 10 years and never really had to worry about it. Raw yak, I do eat yak, yeah, and yak actually has almost 6 times as much of iron or ferritin even compared to regular beef, and it's still in really, really good shape. And what can I bind to iron as well too? I take some zeolite and taurine as well too. As well, it binds to the iron, so you don't actually overabsorb. But send me a message, the JH, send me a message. I'll send you a list of some supplementations you can take if you're really worried about the ferritin from the carnivore. But so far, it's been good, actually. Been good for 10 years. Haven't had any issues. And you gotta keep in mind, we never really look at the basic laboratories, because the basic laboratory is actually meant to be for a sick person. It's not really like meant to actually show like levels in regards to like a healthy individuals. Must be rough to eat raw meat? No, it's not. It's actually good, especially if you're looking to lose weight. Eating raw is really good because it actually keeps you satiated a lot faster than actually being cooked, because you still have all the electrolytes, all the minerals, everything. Not many things are being oxidized. What's the best way to increase ferritin levels? Well, usually when you eat steak or you eat any type of beef, it's good to take vitamin C, and vitamin C will actually enhance the absorption of iron, so you can actually increase your ferritin levels. Where do you get yak? There's a local farm by the city where I used to live in Calgary. It's about 4.5 hours, and he used to come down every 2 weeks. All he does is just, he has a herd of yak for the past 42 years. He's been doing it. So that's where I get my meat from. So I'll probably have to go back there again to get it. How come I'm losing the picture? Vitamin C infusion, it does work as well too. Yeah, vitamin C infusion, liposomal, all that stuff. How come the picture has disappeared? But yeah, that's where I get the yak. I don't know if it's actually found in a lot of places for the yak or not, but most of the places it is. For some reason, my screen went dark on the iPhone. I don't know why. Hey, Duke, play. Internet connection may not be so good. Can you guys hear me, or is it cutting out? It should be good. I actually moved the box all the way to the top so I can actually get a better signal. Unless the weather is kind of conflicting, because that mountain behind me is actually full of frost. So maybe the connection is not as fast. Oh, that sucks. Probably, usually in the winter time, they actually fly in a helicopter and they actually defrost the tower. So I think maybe the tower is frozen or something that this is happening. Frozen in the month of May, right? Figure that out. Do you still get your heart checked regularly because of your previous issues? I don't. I was doing it every 3 months. Now I've been doing it like once a year or once every 2 years, because I got my program pretty good with the supplementation and the polyphenols and what I need to take and everything. So I'm not doing it as often, and it's been very, very tough. Like even when I was in the city for 3 months, I couldn't even get to any places to get a check. There's like almost like a year waiting, and I'll have to pay like big dollars to get certain checks. So I don't do it anymore as much. I'd like to do it more often. I'm trying to get to know a local doctor here so I can get some of these testing done. But I feel great, to be honest with you. I'm not really worried too much anymore because I've done a lot of testing on some of the supplementation I've been taking and some of the supplementation that I've tested over the years, that everything is working really good. The only thing that I'm still kind of trying to re-energize is my mitochondria, because when I had my issue 10 years ago, my mitochondria was as low as almost 11%. Technically, once your mitochondria drops below 20, that's when you experience a heart attack. And that's the only thing that I've been trying to work at. And it takes almost a very long time to actually boost your mitochondria with the proper intake of food and proper supplementation. So I'm getting there, and these tests, they don't exist in Canada. So I have to actually do the test and send it out to the USA, then get the results to see whether my mitochondria is actually back at 50, 60, or even 70%. I feel great, even thought most of the nights I don't sleep. Taking the NMN and taking the resveratrol and taking the polyphenols, that actually has helped quite a bit, which is excellent. Sarah, thanks so much. Join my team. Cheers. So yeah, that works. That works really, really good. So polyphenols is a big thing right now. A lot of the companies are actually starting to find out that polyphenols are huge, especially ellagic acid, because it actually converts in your microbiome to a specific name I can't remember. It's going to be out very soon in some of the companies. And the company that I actually use from Australia, actually they give me the supplement to test out for them. And recently I got the resveratrol. I was taking 1,000 milligrams of resveratrol, and now I'm only taking 150 milligrams at a nano size of the powder, and it's only 150 milligrams mixed with MCT, and you find a huge difference already. And I'm doing another test with vitamin K2, MK7 for another company. I was taking 25,000 micrograms a day. Now I'm down taking 300 micrograms, and you already feel a difference. And it's funny, when you take it, you can feel your neck, your carotid arteries are actually tingling. It's kind of interesting. I think we're losing some people because the connections. What test for mitochondria? There's actually a specific test. It is called mitochondria testing. It is only available in the US. But I can send you the information, and you can possibly see if you can get it, Rigo. Can you please repeat how to get ferritin levels hard with food? And once you eat your steak and a skillet iron, you can always add vitamin C to increase it. Vitamin C would be ideal for that. I think we're having some connection errors here because some of you guys probably can't hear me. There's a slight lagging. I think just because the tower is frozen. I think it's gonna be nicer tomorrow, maybe, or a little bit cooler. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Duke. My greenhouse is not doing good. I think all the cucumbers got way too cold. I should have closed it. I haven't really closed the back and the front end to keep it nice and heated. Can we raise mitochondria levels? Yes, you can raise your mitochondria level. Two main supplements to raise mitochondria: creatine and D-ribose. These would be like your ultimate two to raise your mitochondria levels correctly. Now, if you do add resveratrol or NMN or NR, as well, is going to actually activate your mitochondria at a good level, and that's going to increase it, especially getting some good quality stuff. But yeah, you can 100% raise it up. So mine was 11% when I had the issue 10 years ago, and I'm sure by now it has gone up. So keep in mind, when your mitochondria drops, you will experience a heart attack. And when mitochondria drops, you will actually age quite fast. So definitely, the sun is coming out. Finally, can you guys see right behind me? Right before it goes down, it's gonna probably disappear within the next hour. It's pretty amazing when the sun comes out, the heat you feel. Duke, the sun is out finally. And there's snow behind us too. Here, let's go check out Duke, what he's doing. Hopefully you guys don't lose my signal. And we can check out the greenhouse. So, Duke, come around here if you're stuck by the tree, bud. Come this way. Come this way. You're stuck behind the tree. So my subject today, we were gonna talk quite a bit about carnivorous diet. So if you guys ever want to do the carnivore diet, even doing it for 20 days or even 30 days, to kind of fix your weight, fix any type of issues you might have, it is a really good start to kind of get on it. It's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna harm you. If anything, it's gonna keep you satiated. If anything, is gonna give you a little bit more energy. If anything, you can actually sleep better for the first part of it. At least if you can do it for at least 30 days, 45 days would be like the best thing you'd ever done. And the way you feel, whether you have psoriasis, whether you have issues with certain levels of minerals or vitamins, or even if you're trying to lose weight, it is gonna actually help you quite a bit. And after that, so that's why I kind of call it the elimination diet. You might do that for 30 days, 45 days. And after that, going back to like a specific lifestyle you enjoy without over consuming too much carbohydrates, you're gonna be rocking it this summer. You guys are gonna be amazed, the way you feel, the energy you have and everything. And that once you finish that, then we can start to time your carbohydrates when it's best to actually be consumed. Doesn't vitamin C help mitochondria levels too? Not as much. It is an antioxidant. Vitamin C, it is a good antioxidant, but it's not going to boost up your mitochondria as much of D-ribose and creatine, because what boosts up your mitochondria is your ATP, and what activates your ATP is creatine and D-ribose. So it's all about the ATP, the energy in the cells and stuff that you need. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have some good days. Guys, let's tap the screen. If no more questions are coming up, maybe we'll call it a day. I know it was a short session, roughly about an hour. I wasn't sure if I was gonna even come today because it's been exhausting and the connection is not that good. We're having issues with the connection, so we're losing a lot of people. So what I'll do is, guys, we'll come back tomorrow. I do apologize for the connection not being the best. Due to the probably tower is frozen, but what I'll do is maybe we'll come back tomorrow and we'll continue our chat. And if you guys will continue our conversation in regards to the carnivorous diet a little bit more in specific. How to take D-ribose and creatine after how long? You take it after you train, 5 grams and 5 grams of each, and you have to do like a good HIIT training. All right, guys, sorry for the short video. The connections are just being very, very quite delayed, but let's continue tomorrow, guys. In the meantime, cheers. And probably tomorrow we'll discuss a little bit more in details about your mitochondria with D-ribose and creatine. Yeah, the connection's even preventing me from exiting. Da-da-da. What's good? HIIT training. So HIIT training, you have to do the high intensity interval training at least 2 or 3 times a week by doing a little bit of 25 minutes of, let's say, a 3-minute walk, 30 seconds, or a minute run. But your training, when you're lifting weights, it has to be done 100% correctly by lifting heavy weights and letting your body relax. But I can go in that a little bit more in depth tomorrow if you like. It's just, unfortunately, the connection is very, very bad right now, and I can give you a little bit more directions if you want Android, and we can go a little bit more in specific. I'll talk a little bit more about the D-ribose, creatine usage, training, and how you can actually all incorporate it within, let's say, a carnivore diet, or what is called a carb load. Because whenever you want to actually activate your ATP levels, the carb load plays a huge role in this. So definitely you guys dial in tomorrow and I'll talk a lot more in details about it. In the meantime, you guys take care and have a nice Friday evening.